right, welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on this Tuesday, September 21st. I'm your host for today's program, Paul DeMain. Many of the stories read here can also be found at our website at IndianCountryNews.com. And here are some of the news stories from Indian Country from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. A Fort Pierre, South Dakota man who pled guilty in federal court to trafficking in archaeological resources has been sentenced to 8 months in federal prison. KCCR says 61-year-old Scott Mattison will be on supervised release for 3 years following his prison term. Madison was accused of illegally taking and trading American Indian artifacts and old military items dug up on public land and Indian land along the Missouri River. Court documents say the items range from stone tools to cannonballs. A federal appeals court has rejected a tribe's challenge to a bridge project intended to restore the health of the Everglades in South Florida. A three-judge panel of the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled recently that federal courts do not have jurisdiction over the Miccosukee tribe's claims. The tribe says the project on Tamiami Trail west of Miami violated environmental laws and would flood the tribe's nearby lands. The mile-long bridge is intended to improve water flow in the Everglades. The judge ruled that Congress added language to a spending bill essentially exempting the bridge project from existing environmental rules and other laws the tribe relied upon in its lawsuit. Work on the project began in July and is expected to last several months. The Mohegan Sun Casino plans to cut 355 jobs as part of a downsizing, its top executive said, was prompted by declining revenue due to the recession. Miccosukee, Mohegan Sun's president and CEO, said 120 other workers will be reassigned under the plan he unveiled last week. He said the casino decided to cut the jobs after slot revenues fell $39 million in the last year. During the fiscal period that ended in September 2009, Mohegan Sun reported gross slot revenues of about $780 million, which was down nearly 9% from the prior year. Farmington, New Mexico councilors have postponed action on an agreement with the Navajo Nation that outlines ways the city and the tribe can cooperate in handling discrimination complaints. Councilors delayed approval of the agreement following requests from the Navajo Nation Human Rights Commission. Mayor Tommy Roberts suggested the city add a paragraph from a Navajo Nation Human Rights Commission report saying that Farmington has made progress in race relations and should serve as a positive example to other cities bordering the reservation. He also wanted to strike wording in the agreement that he felt was repetitious. But city councilors delayed action after requests from Navajo Commission staffers that commission members should be able to review the changes before councilors approve it. The Kewaunee School District of Wisconsin is closing in on a new mascot after deciding to abandon the Indian nickname after complaints were made under a new Wisconsin state law. Since early this summer, anyone in the district has been able to submit their ideas for a new mascot. A mascot committee took 168 suggestions and narrowed them down to 6. WLUK-TV reports the school board approved the following finalists last week: Cougars, River Bandits, Storm, Huskies, the Knights, and the Hawks. A pair of votes are coming up. The first will be for any student or resident in the district to vote on. In the second, students will pick between the top 2 vote getters. The newest mascot will be presented at Kewaunee's homecoming pep rally on October 8th. The Salish Kootenai College on the Flathead Reservation has installed Luanna Ross as its new president. The Missoulian reports that an inauguration ceremony September 15th, Ross told faculty, staff, and students to prepare for change, saying educational institutions need to be fluid and dynamic. She vowed to make the campus environmentally friendly and to evaluate every department and program at the college, which offers bachelor's and associate degrees in more than 20 professional fields and certificates in several trade and vocational areas. Ross replaces Joe McDonald, who served as president from 1978 until he retired this year at the age of 77. She comes to SKC from the University of Washington, where she was a professor and a co-director of Native Voices, a graduate film program. Work is underway to prepare for the removal of 2 dams on the Olympic Peninsula Elwha River in Washington state. Crews with Cherokee Construction Services of Vancouver, Washington last week began clearing a 37-acre grove of alder trees off a delta where the rivers meet Lake Mills. The Peninsula Daily News reports that the grove is expected to be cleared by next Friday, and then workers can begin digging a channel in preparation for the dam removal. Crews will begin tearing down the 108-foot-high Elwha Dam and the 210-foot-high Glynis Canyon Dam in September of 2011. The 45-mile Elwha River was once home to the legendary runs of salmon and has important value to the Lower Elwha Kalalam tribe. The project is billed as the largest dam removal in the U.S. history. It's expected to be completed by the year 2014. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We want to thank you all for joining with us. Come back again soon. Miigwech.